My boss Karen took the company's money and tried to blame me, but she didn't expect one thing. My boss has always been a horrible person. She made us work overtime without paying us and wouldn't inform us until the end of the month, told us to arrive at work earlier than agreed in the contract, and so on. Obviously, this was very tiring, and we couldn't complain because, obviously, anyone who did so eventually got fired for mysterious reasons. Another significant problem is that, on top of everything, she occasionally took money from the company's cash, claiming she was allowed to do so and would invest it. However, despite saying this, whenever a superior came to ask where the money had gone, she would blame one of the employees. I witnessed this happening repeatedly, and some even got fired. We couldn't blame her because she always managed to convince the superiors that we were lying and that there was no reason for her, a manager, to take money from the cash register. Moreover, if we tried to accuse her, she would spread lies about us to all the employers in the region, which, in my profession, practically eliminates your chances of getting another job in the area. However, if you say nothing and assume the blame, it's added to your record and also makes it difficult to find another job in the area, so any situation is detrimental, and we in the office never knew what to do. We just hope we wouldn't be the next chosen one. I was afraid of all this, but it had never happened particularly to me, so I was calm. However, last week, the superiors came to talk to us and said once again, money was missing from the cash register. At first, he just gave us a lecture, saying he would find out who did it. But right after he said this, my boss arrived and directly accused me, claiming she had seen strange behavior on my part and was sure I was the one who did it. I obviously tried to defend myself, and the superior said that since there was no evidence from either side, they would investigate the information. After he left, she called me into her office and said that I had to take the blame. I said I wouldn't do that, it was an important job for me, and I couldn't just leave with this on my record. And of course, she started saying that no one would believe me when I said it was her, that she always evaded accusations, and that she would escape again, so it was better for me to admit it now and leave before she got angry. However, what she didn't count on is that I was recording our conversation all this time. I already knew how arrogant she is and that she would admit without caring while we were talking, so I hid my phone in my shirt pocket and recorded her saying everything. The company called me to the main headquarters to give my testimony tomorrow, and she, as the manager, will come along. At this point, I know she has already fabricated evidence to incriminate me, but besides the recording, I also recorded several accounts from colleagues who were fired, telling what she did to them, and my current co-workers also agreed to stand by my side in case I need even more proof since they also don't like her. Tomorrow, she will finally get what she deserves, and I can't wait to see her face being exposed. I apologize for the delay. The day started normally, and my boss was treating everyone well, thinking that we would forget everything she did to us. We gathered our former colleagues who were fired because of her and talked to our supervisor, presenting all the evidence that incriminated her. My supervisor already knew it was her and was just waiting for the presentation to begin to reveal everything. Anyway, the presentation started, and she had a smile on her face, thinking she would incriminate me. However, she didn't count on one thing. Our supervisor let her start speaking first, just to see how cynical she was to the point of lying in front of everyone. She began by saying that she was an excellent manager and had been working there for years. She claimed she would never be capable of stealing anything from the job she loved so much. She alleged that the thief was probably me because I was acting very strange and didn't have a good condition. Our supervisor confronted her and played a video on the television for everyone to see what she had done. The video showed security camera footage several times capturing her putting money into her bag. Additionally, he played the recording I made with my phone. He stated that she had stolen a total of $12,000 and demanded that she return everything, otherwise, he would call the police. She became desperate, crying, and, of course, she had already spent everything. She was prosecuted, and the judge ordered her to pay the company the amount plus additional compensation. She was forced to sell her assets to cover the losses and also pay compensation to all the victims of her mediocre story. All of this happened some time ago, and today I am the manager of the company. All our old friends have returned to work here. Honestly, I don't know what happened to her. It's been a while since we heard from her. We only know that she sold everything to pay the compensation and went to live with her mother in Mexico.